So a while back, I did a video called Setting You Up to Fail. So this is going to be another example of people being set up to fail. This is based on a magazine. I'll show you the magazine. So it's this one. What's it called? Women something home. Women Home something. It's one of my wife's. She gets it sent over from England, and I'll just go through some of it because it's kind of like, for me, it's just it's pure misinformation, and you can just spot the kind of the manipulation and the nudging and the psyops and basically how they want women, English women, to harm themselves. So first story is this one: Great Water Scandal, Save Our Seas, blah blah blah. So what they're trying to do here is to scare people into not swimming in the sea or swimming in a lake or whatever. And they don't like that because it doesn't cost you any money, you see. On a sunny day, if you go to the seaside, or even not on a sunny day, any sort of day, if you go to the seaside or a lake and you swim in the sea, there's something kind of quite powerful about doing that in terms of connecting you with nature, and it doesn't cost any money. So they don't want you doing that. It's obviously got some major health benefits that they don't want people benefiting from. So therefore, they need to scare people into not going swimming in, wild swimming in the sea or lakes or whatever, rivers. So that's the first story. Next one is how to get your 10,000 steps on holiday. So this whole thing about steps, it's a piss take, isn't it? It's a piss take. Let's see if we can get peasants to do some just stupid thing that makes no difference to their health, and let's get them to measure it, and then we can monitor them through their smartwatch, oxymoron if ever there was one, or their mobile phone that's connected to some app that tracks and traces them. And if you look at some of the suggestions about how to increase your 10,000 steps, you can just see the piss take. So first one, it says, up your indoor count. So whether you're waiting for the kettle to boil, running a bath, or tending to simply marching on the spot can help you reach your goal. Yeah, let's see if we can get the peasants to march on the spot, and let's monitor them in real time doing that. They are just absolutely taking the piss out of you. If you're one of those muppets that has a smartwatch or a mobile phone that tracks your steps you are being laughed at and ridiculed. Here's another one: get competitive. So this one's about dividing people, isn't it? Have arguments with your friends and set sort of goals about number of steps and stuff. And then this one is just ridiculous: explore the airport. So when you're at the airport, what they want you to do is, rather than sit down, they want you to just walk aimlessly around the terminal. I guess the benefit here is that that might add to some congestion inside the terminal, like people milling around. It makes the terminal even more crowded and unpleasant, which is obviously a great thing as far as they're concerned. There's another one. Set a timer, so that's kind of more tracking and tracing, and they're collecting more information about you. It's just sort of ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. They have a laugh at recommending ridiculous stuff and seeing what percentage of people will go along with it. Like, there's another one here that is just like, it's childish. It's just amazing how things have been dumbed down. I'll just show you. So they got a whole article about whether you should add ice to drinks. And like a benefit is like it might prevent hangovers. Pathetic. Right, and then you've got a whole section about health. And guess who heads up the section about health? Yep, it's one of those scumbags who pushed the medical experiment. So again, it's just pure piss take. So somebody writes in, my beautician offered me a salmon sperm facial. Should I get one? I'm tempted, but I'm not really sure what's involved. Well, it's really great that we've got Dr. Amir to tell her what is actually involved in a salmon sperm facial. And just look, he's pissing himself laughing. He's just like, you stupid peasants. You know, then we've got other kind of classics of like, let's do some more peasant mockery. Doctor's orders, stand on one leg while brushing your teeth. It's just ridiculous. Again, they are just openly mocking you. What else have we got here? So how to avoid the breakfast buffet blowout, right? So there's all sorts of kind of suggestions here, you know, that eat more, move less, blah, 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 portion sizes, all the stuff that doesn't work. But the one thing that they don't suggest is the stuff that really does work, which is not eating processed carbohydrates and sugars that spike insulin, that then causes massive hunger pangs about 3 or 4 hours after you've eaten a pile of bread or vegetables or whatever. Carbohydrates, you see, break down into sugar using this thing called amylase that's in your saliva. So that's not a conspiracy theory. Amylase isn't a conspiracy theory. And the fact that amylase breaks down carbohydrates, that's bread, rice, pasta, root vegetables, into sugar, that ain't a conspiracy theory. That's a fact. And they don't mention any of that stuff. They want you constantly hungry all the time. So that's why they push a low-fat, high-carbohydrate, vegetable, grain-based diet, because they want you constantly hungry. And they don't want you eating things like protein or saturated animal fat that's used to produce cholesterol, which is the substance that your brain's made of, that your hormones are made from. You know, they don't want blokes with testosterone or women with high normal estrogen levels. They want the opposite. They want sick, ill people. Cholesterol is also important in maintaining a healthy immune system. So of course they don't want you eating animal foods that are rich in protein and fat that are bioavailable to the human body. They want you eating their grain-based, vegetable-based, processed peasant food. So with that in mind, you know, they want to kind of like jazz it up a little bit. So there's another article or series of articles glamorizing their take on Italian food, which you can see is basically all about pasta. So there's 1,000,001 different pasta recipes. Now, the thing about this is that it's unhealthy, so that's why they're pushing that type of food. But if those people have actually been to Italy, particularly, well, anywhere in Italy, actually, you'll see that they eat an awful lot of animal protein, fish, meat, and pasta. If they eat it, it's only like a starter portion. They don't have this kind of Anglo-Saxon approach to pasta, which is this huge plate piled high with pasta or another carb-heavy stuff, which is pizza. So I think that's all that I want to say. Oh, and here's another one as well. So they've got a big section about Italian wines, you know, and I think particularly amongst women who don't tolerate alcohol as well, they want you drinking wine on a daily basis, strong wine on a daily basis. And if you're drinking alcohol, strong alcohol like 14% wine on a daily basis, you're going to be reducing the duration of your life and the quality of your life. So they obviously want you to do that. So that's why they're glamorizing all of that. And then on the very next page, we got some sweet stuff, haven't we? We got some sugary water, and we've got some more sugary stuff that's going to, again, spike your blood sugar, spike your insulin. Insulin is secreted, by the way. This is, again, it's not a conspiracy theory. Maybe some vegans or vegetarians might think it is, but actually the role of insulin is it's secreted when your blood sugar is high, and insulin is a fat storage hormone. It reduces blood sugar by converting blood sugar into fat. That's why most obese people eat a high carb. They eat the recommended high carbohydrate diet consisting of minimal meat, minimal animal fat, loads and loads and loads of processed carbohydrates, bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, and then also lots of vegetables as well. If you think about a vegetable, is there much protein in it? No. It's mostly carbohydrate, which breaks down into sugar using this amylase. So, it just carries pages and pages and pages of this sweet stuff that they want to normalize, glamorize, and get people to eat. So then they can maybe sell them medications and get them fat and miserable and easily to control. So yes, that's all I want to say today. So God bless.